Good morning, Randy.
Hey Jeff, how are you?
Better than I deserve to be. I'm better than
Nice
you
to
and
see
not
you.
in the Houston traffic.
I had a blowout on I-10 at Sheldon Road on an overpass. It was as bad as it could possibly be. And all I can say is, if you don't have AAA, get it. Because they for the 35 or 40 bucks a year, they saved
Yeah.
my life.
Well, that's wonderful. So this is your sister, Miss Henry?
Yes,
Yes,
my
hi.
sister Karen.
Okay. And who is Mr. Williams?
Morning, Judge. I'm the longtime financial advisor to Tom Lombardo, the deceased.
Okay, do we have a part of it that's not, we've got a codicil that's not self-proven? Okay, where is Miss Bertrand, is it? Is it Caitlin Blanchard?
I would think she'd be on it.
Yeah, I'm going to email her and just let her know that we're
I think she's
blind.
on.
Oh, here she comes.
Yeah, she was, we were emailing a minute ago.
Okay, and Angie, are you another disinterested witness to the handwriting?
Yes, sir.
Very good, thank
We're
you.
trying to find out who might be with Cadence Bank. They're the third co-executive. There's three. So we think it might be Winston McKnight, but we don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring him in and
Do
we'll
you,
find out.
Randy, do you know who the person is with Cadence Bank, their representative?
I thought it was going to be Kevin Beekert. Is that right, Harold?
It was either going to be Kevin or possibly Winston. Can't think of Winston's last name, who was on with us.
McKnight?
McKnight. Yeah, that is
Okay,
correct.
he's on here.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good.
Okay.
We'll let him in.
All right, there you go.
Okay, we've almost got, as soon as we've got audio and video with Mr. McKnight, we can get going, and I'm going to usurp a little bit of your questioning, Ms. Blanchard, out of, because we're doing this by Zoom to try to, no, you're not on this case. We're
Sorry.
waiting on
It has
Mr.
been a
McKnight.
Monday. It has been a Monday for sure. You wanna be on it? Come on.
Mr. McKnight, can you hear me? Number one, you're muted, but number two, you need to enable your video down at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
When I went to bed last night.
We're not going to keep all the rest of you waiting for Mr. McKnight. We'll wait and see if he signs on. So if I could get the four of you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth to help you God?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, Randy and Miss Henry, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Dr. Thomas A. Lombardo. Do y'all recognize that as being his will?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes,
and
I do.
Thank you. I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if you each recognize that as being his signature on that document.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, and after the date he made this will, which appears to have been on September 14th of 2012, are you aware of his having amended it other than the codicil we're going to talk about in a moment?
No, he has
No.
not.
All right. Next, Ms. Blanchard, I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to allow you to do the questioning of the disinterested witnesses. And
Sure.
have you provided the disinterested witnesses, Angie and Mr. Williams, with copies of this document?
Yes, I have.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, do you recognize this document to be the codicil dated October 3rd, 2015?
Yes,
Yes,
And in your opinion, is this document wholly in the decedent's handwriting?
yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. And can we see the signature line on that codicil? Do you recognize that as Thomas A. Lombardo's signature?
Yes.
Okay. And Harold, can I ask how many years did you know the decedent?
40 to 45 years.
And did you become acquainted with his handwriting and signature during that time?
Extensively, yes.
And what was the nature of your relationship?
I was the personal financial advisor to Dr. Lombardo for all of those years.
Thank you. And Angie, what was the nature of your relationship with the decedent?
So I've worked with him in his practice for about 30 years.
And what was your role in that medical practice?
So I'm the COO or practice administrator. And at one point in time, I handled all of his personal business as well.
And how many years did you know the decedent?
For almost 30. I think I started working for them in 1994.
And did you become acquainted with the decedent's handwriting and signature during that time?
Very much so.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. McKnight, can you hear me?
Good morning. Sorry, I don't know why the camera and the microphone wouldn't work.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the true self you got?
I do.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Blanchard.
Mr. McKnight, is Cadence Bank admitted is authorized to act as a fiduciary in the state of Texas?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to hear other testimony, Judge, as to the qualifications of the co-independent executors?
Have you provided Ms. Henry and Mr. McKnight and Randy with proof of death and other facts?
Yes.
Okay. And is everything, have each of you had the opportunity to read that proof of death and other facts?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything in those documents true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
yes.
Yes.
And all righty. So, Ms. Blanchard, if you will get each of the disinterested witnesses to sign their affidavits and then get your proof of death and other facts and your oath from Randy and Ms. Henry, get those e-filed, and I will sign the order admitting the will and codicil to probate and authorizing Ms. Henry and Randy to get letters testamentary. And if you have any questions or any problems, just feel free to give me a call and we'll be happy to help.
Okay.
So I hope y'all have a great week, and Randy, let me know if you need anything.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Jeff.
you, Your
We
Honor.
really appreciate it.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Merry Christmas. I hope y'all have a great one.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Take care now.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. We have, Mr. Brinkley has how many?
Two.
Two.
One was a successor administrator and then one of them just a.
Which one do you want?
Sager.
Sager?
So you're looking for a Daniel Singletary.
And Shirley Rose and MP.
The one say Snoochie 4442 at Gmail. Shirley Rose is
Go
the,
with the
yeah, that's gonna be.
Luther
You wanna go with
we
the
can
other
do
one?
Luther, yes, sir.
And so
Okay.
then, what was that, maybe, and you wanna bring her in?
Thank you.
Good, yeah.
Okay, and this is not, this is original application, this is not a
Yes, Your Honor.
successor.
Correct, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and so the decedent,
Luther Rose.
died in Houston,
He had a fixed place of residence here, and this is where he.
Tennessee. See,
Or in the-
Rose, correct.
this one. Where does the,
Shirley lives in Tennessee.
okay, and is Shirley a daughter? Let me look at the
We'll
will.
look at the will too. see if-
Yeah. All right. She's connecting the audio. Strange will. Oh, it's a Tennessee will, that's why.
Luther lived over on Pleasant Bend Drive in Beaumont. Then his wife was put into a nursing home. So that's where you see all the Tennessee references.
But his wife preceded him in death, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you enable your video, please, Miss Rhodes? It should be in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen if you have a touch screen. Or you can
Okay,
hover.
can you hear me?
There you are.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm new at this.
All right, that's fine. Right. You are Shirley Rhodes?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Shirley Rhodes McDonald, hyphenated.
Very good. And you are in Tennessee?
I am in Memphis.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Rhodes McDonald, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Luther Rhodes. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you if you recognize that as being his signature.
Yes, sir.
And after the date he made this will, which appears to have been on May 18th of 2023, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay. Read ahead.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Rhodes, Mrs. Rose McDonald, excuse me. We're here today to probate the last will and testament of Luther Rhodes. My understanding is that he had a fixed place of residence in Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas at the time of his death. And you guys are trying to sell that property, is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I know that he had spent a significant time in Tennessee, but his property's here, and this is what he considered his home, is that correct?
That's right. He had heart surgery in August of last year and had some complications. And since there's no family in Texas, I had a sister and a brother come down and help him for about 8 weeks, but he just didn't get strong enough. And then he came here and his heart just never really recovered to the point where he could move back.
Okay. You've had a chance to look at the document called the Proof of Death and Other Facts, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have that in front of you. Is everything on there true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, we're gonna ask you to sign that document in front of a notary, and sign it just like your name appears on there, if you will, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, same thing with the oath that we gave you. If you can execute that document, just as your name appears on that, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
All right, just as soon as you get those executed before a notary and return those to Mr. Brinkley, he'll e-file those with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll sign the order admitting your father's will of probate and
Okay.
authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary. The letters testamentary will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate, will enable you to deal with real estate title companies and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Brinkley in doing an inventory on the date that I sign the order admitting the will of probate. You'll have 90 days under the estates code to file an inventory. So make sure you cooperate with him on that. I'm going to give him an instruction sheet for representatives of the state to give
Okay.
to you. And other than that, I hope everything goes well.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a great one.
thank you. Talk
You
to
too.
Well, if Daniel's not on there, we'll have to reschedule.
There's no
Okay.
one.
I'm not sure what
You can
happened.
leave it up. I've got a
Okay.
show call docket.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to wait around for about 10 minutes.
Before I go, I wanted to introduce y'all. This is Lauren. Lauren is taking Cindy's place. This is
Hi,
Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Belle and Melissa. She's gonna be taking Cindy's place for us.
Okay.
Yeah, Cindy's retiring on me.
I'll give
No,
her a
Mel.
voice on the other end of the phone.
Okay, it's nice to meet you.
Well, good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Okay. guys.
Okay,
I'm
I am
gonna-
going
somebody's
to-
pop back in.
Okay, we'll see if they pop back on.
I'll give them all.
Okay,
I'll do it.
thanks, Dan.
So,
Okay.